Hey guys, what's up? It's Marissa and I'm back for another BookTube video, and today I am finally doing another book review. I know, it's been a minute since I actually did one of these. Well, okay, it's been a minute since I filmed one. It may not have been a minute since you saw one on my YouTube channel. So, anyway, today I want to talk about The Horse Dancer by Jojo Moyes. And this one is a contemporary book, which I don't normally read, but of course it has a horse on the cover and horse in the title, and I love horses. So I definitely had to pick this up. Didn't even really know what it was about. I was just like, oh, hey, horses, I'm cool. So anyway, you're following two characters. You're following Natasha, who is a lawyer set in the modern day, and she is busy. She's in the middle of getting a divorce from her husband. And then you are following Sarah, who is a teenager living with her grandfather, basically in poverty. And she has this really super expensive horse that her grandfather bought her, which is why they're living in poverty. And, excuse me. Her grandfather was a really good horseman back in the day, and he attended this really elite riding academy in France where he learned all kinds of cool tricks. Basically, it's like super level dressage, if you have any idea what that means. It's the old battlefield horses were trained to do all these tricks and basically to attack men. So that's what the school teaches people, even though it's more like for show and for horsemanship than it is for battle, obviously, because they don't use horses in wars anymore. So anyway, so her grandfather is old, and he's essentially teaching her how to be a horsewoman. And so you're watching that, and then her grandfather ends up having some health issues. She ends up meeting Natasha, and then their stories intertwine. And basically, Sarah's whole goal is to get to this elite riding school, to get into this elite riding school. She loves her horse. She has some problems with the horse. She has some problems with other people. I will tell you, there is some trigger warnings in here. She does get sexually assaulted by somebody else, and she is an underage girl. I still don't understand why that had to be a part of the story, because I mean, it was disturbing. It bothered me. So there is some sexual assault in here. I mean, not like full-on rape, but you know, still, she's 16 years old. So read at your own risk, essentially. But it was a really good story, and it made me cry, because I'm a freaking sap, especially when it comes to, you know, animals and losing them and yada yada yada. So it was definitely a really good book. I definitely recommend it if you like contemporary. And I will tell you, I'll tell you what, because it made me cry, this is the reason why I don't like reading contemporary books. They hit too close to home for me, and they make me emotional. And so there was a couple of times where I had to put this book down, I had to step away, and I had to go do something else, because it got to me that badly that I had to back away from it. And it wasn't like, it's not bad, and I don't mean to make it sound like that. It's not a bad kind of had to back away. It just made me feel, and not that I didn't like that, but I needed to take a step back, because I was putting myself too much in the story, and it bothered me. So that's why I mostly read historical fiction or fantasy, because I'm not putting myself in that person's shoes as much as stories that are contemporary and are real, essentially, or can be real. So yeah. I think I ended up giving this book a 4 stars just because of a few things in there I just didn't really think we needed, and you'll see if you ever pick this book up, because I don't want to do a spoiler review. So yeah, but it definitely was a good book. I think it's definitely worth a read. I'm not going to be rereading it, of course, because of my aforementioned emotionality towards this book, and I don't really want to feel all that all over again just because. So anyway, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.